Guys, we're going to do this so quick. As you can see right here, it says it's only going to take 1 minute. 1 minute is all we need in order to do this. Today's video is being sponsored by Indium91.com. Be sure to visit the website for all your graphic needs. Anything from digital to physical. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Nate Matthews, and I'm back again with another video. Check this out, man. As y'all can tell by my voice, man, I'm excited right now. You guys have been showing mad love. Y'all been hitting that thumbs up button. Y'all been dropping comments, asking questions and everything. When it comes to the videos where I show you guys how to make a patch, or I show you guys the difference between my brother PE770 or my brother SE625. So guess what? I'm going to show y'all another one again right now. And guess what happens if y'all thumbs up the video and drop a comment? I'm going to show y'all another one again. So check this out. First thing we're going to do, because I had in mind that what I'm going to do today is make a digitized Nike logo. First things first, when I say Nike, Nike is copyrighted, right? So what I'm going to show you guys right now today is only for personal use, right? You cannot make this stuff and sell it for any type of profit. Don't matter if you sell it for $1. As soon as you do that, it's illegal. You broke the law. You going to jail now. I'm just saying. So if you do something like that, that's on you. But let me show you guys how to do it right now. So we're on the best website ever, google.com. I said I want to make a Nike logo. So guess what my keyword is going to be? You guessed it, Nike logo. Boom. So I got a little search for some Nike logos, right? There's some over here on the side. First thing we're going to do, in case you guys are not aware, man, we're going to click images, of course, right? The best way to get the images you're looking for is to actually pull up the tools here. Hit size. I want a large one because usually the larger the image, the higher the quality is, right? Not always, but most times. I do also know that I want an image that has no background, meaning I don't have to throw it in Photoshop and delete, you know, the black out of here. I don't got to throw it in here and delete this. I ain't got to erase where it say Nike and all that. So check this out. There's two that I'm thinking of right away. This one right here, which is 5,000 by 1,800 in size. And this one, which is close to 5,000 and is actually larger than 1,800. So I think I want to go with this one. And as you guys can see, there is no background here at all. So that's perfect. So what I'm going to do, right click on the mouse, and we're going to save the image as, and we just going to call it Nike logo. Check this out. We saving it on my little thumb drive here. Boom. The image is now saved on my thumb drive. You can save it to your desktop if you want, but I'm just going to make it easier for me. So now guess what we got to do? Boom, we're going to open up the Adobe Illustrator. If you already got the program, man, just follow my lead. I'm going to show you guys how to do it right now. First thing I'm going to do is actually throw this image into the program, right? Just drag it and drop it. Boom. And now look how large this image is. It's so large, it doesn't even fit on our little sheet of paper right there, right? So we zoom out, and what we're going to do is, maybe we didn't need it this big, but we're just going to go ahead and size it down just a little bit here. That should be fine. And if you guys are not aware, the reason why we want to put it in Adobe Illustrator is because Adobe Illustrator allows you to make vector files. Vector files are not like pixelated regular images that lose quality when you shrink them or you try to blow them up. Vectors are like used by scales. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually add some scales to the picture, and we're going to make it just right, exactly what the embroidery program needs, exactly what our machine needs in order to stitch it out with this Nike logo here. So first thing I'm going to do is actually pull up this layers window. I'm going to go over here to artboards and hit this little icon here. And this white border, I just want it to match my exact logo. I don't need anything extra. So for that, I'm going to fit to art and press OK. Now it's fitting to the art, right? Now let me zoom this in so you guys can see it a bit better. Boom. So now this is the image that we have to work with. And you guys may be wondering, I just told you guys the image is, the background is blank, but you're seeing this white background. The way we're going to do that, I'm going to go up here to view, and we're going to go to show transparency grid. And now the background is gone, just like it was on the image. Now, the way to turn this from an image into a vector, we need to actually open up this tool right here, which is the image trace. You don't have to match these exact settings, and depending on the image that you have, you're definitely going to need to adjust it. Right now, the main things I want to let you guys know is, since my image is black, I'm keeping it on black and white. I turned the noise down so there's not going to be any little jitters or nothing around these edges. I kept the corners at 50 and the paths at 50. I do not want it to snap to curves because I want it to look exactly like this image that we have here. And I do want to also ignore the white, which makes sure that the background does stay transparent. Now I'm going to click preview, and it's telling me that my image is large, so pretty much we're going to do it anyway because my computer is fast and can keep up. Alright, so after we click preview, I'm not sure if you guys seen that little switch there, but now my lines are looking crispy, even crispier than the actual picture, might I add. And if you're satisfied with this, what we're going to go ahead and do is hit expand up here, and it's going to go ahead and throw these nodes on here. That's what you call these little nodes, little points. And what you can do with these points is actually, we can actually drag these down, you know, click on them. You can drag them down if you want to do some special effects, you know, like make you know, people are into a little drippy drip, so that's kind of a cool little design, right? But for what I'm doing today, we don't need that. Now what we need to do to save it, in order for my embroidery program to read it initially, is actually go up here. We're going to click Save As. We're going to keep the name of it Nike logo. We need to keep it as an Adobe Illustrator file. And when I click Save, it gives me the option of what version I want to save it in. Now, I have Adobe Illustrator CS6, but the embroidery program I have is kind of old, so it only can read actually the proper way, Adobe Illustrator CS, the original file. So we're going to go ahead and click OK and save that. All right, here we go. So now we got the image that we had online, and now we also have the vector file that we created using Adobe Illustrator. Next up, we need to open up the embroidery program. Now that we got the embroidery program, what we need to do is actually import this Nike logo file into this program. Click File, click New. If you have a brother machine, you do want to keep it on the PES files. This is the format that your machine needs. So we're going to click OK. Now we have a blank canvas. What we're going to do is import that file that we just made. You see right here where it says import vector art? Well, that's the type of art we just created using Adobe Illustrator. And here it is, guys, the Nike logo. Now check this out. With this preview selected, it's going to show you exactly what this program is going to read, which is the Nike logo, exactly what we want. So we'll go ahead and click open. Now we have this image in our embroidery program, and it's not quite ready to stitch out. The reason being is because this is still a vector file. Embroidery machines do not read vector files. They read embroidery files. Who would have known, right? So check this out. There's a few other things we want to do to get started. I know right away that due to the size that I am trying to replicate of the Nike logo on my basketball shorts, I do want to make sure it fits in the smallest hoop I have. So check this out. I'm going to hit on the side here for the select the hoop, and I'm going to choose my little micro mini hoop, right? Boom. So that, you see that right there? That is the size of the hoop that we're going to stitch, or the hoop size for the image that we're going to stitch. And as you guys can see, my picture is way larger than what can actually fit in there. So how do we fix that? We're going to click this button right here that says fit hoop. And what do you know? Boom, it just got tossed in the hoop, right? So it's going to be a perfect size, perfect fit. We're not quite done yet. Now we actually have to turn this image into stitches, even though we know it's the perfect fit for this design. So I do that by actually opening this file. And as I can see, there is some throwaway files, which I should have actually tossed these out in the other program before I brought it over here. And those are just some empty files. And now we see here we're left with just the artwork, which is just, you know, just the little swoosh that we're looking for. Go ahead and click on it again. And at the bottom right here, easiest way, we're going to just do auto satin, and boom, it's going to turn this into stitches. And you guys can see, let's try to zoom it in just a little bit more. But all these little spaces in between these little strokes and things like that here, we want to make that even smaller, so there is no way that you're going to be able to see through this thread. So let's go ahead and click on it again. And now, as you guys can see, we're going to be doing a satin stitch. And I always like to do my designs at 0.30, right? 0.3. As you guys can see, watch what happens when I click apply. These lines are going to get closer together. It's going to be a more compact design. There it is. So now there's more lines in here. If you guys want to see what this looks like in a more 3D option, what do you know? There's an option over here that says 3D. And this is what it's going to look like right here, right? Really cool. If you guys want it as well, you can also change the color of it. But since this is a one color design, I'm going to just keep it at black. And if I ever do decide to change the color, all you need to do is actually change the color of the thread that you put in, especially since this is a one color design. So let's go ahead and put it back to black. And we're going to do a little test here and press play, and we're going to see exactly how this stitches out. And if it doesn't need any fixes, we'll go ahead and change that. So I'm going to click play, and let's see what it looks like. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. As you guys can see, it didn't take too long to actually stitch this out. There are some minor little imperfections, but trust me, when you put this on the embroidery program, or the embroidery machine, I should say, it's going to look perfect, and you're not going to be able to tell a difference at all. Trust me. So check this out. We got what we want. It stitches out perfectly. Again, let's speed it up. That's what it looks like on the regular. Boom. All right, now that we got a preview, we're going to go ahead and save this over to the flash drive. And double check too, the type of file we need is a PES file. And I'm going to be using this on a brother machine, which is compatible with the PES. So we're going to go ahead and click save. And that's all you got to do, guys, on the computer side. And let's jump over to the machine, and I'll show you guys how to stitch it out. Thank you so much for watching part 1 of this video, where I'll show you guys how to digitize an image of your own and make it ready for your embroidery machine. Feel free to hit the card that pops up, and also click on the video on screen to watch part 2, where I actually put that design to use. And let's see what we do with it.